right, and now we are recording. So welcome everyone to the Kubernetes SIG Docs community meeting. We meet bi-weekly on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. Today is July 22, 2025. I'm your host today. My name is Shabaya Lahano. I'm one of the co-chairs along with Divya Mohan and Natalie Blacko. We have our tech leads. Also, I did see one on the call, Kat Cosgrove, Xander Gravinsky is another tech lead, and so is Chiming Tang as well. Apologize for botching a name if I did. So before we start, I do want to welcome everyone, especially new contributors. So before we officially start, actually, I forgot the boilerplate items. This meeting abides by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which boils down to be kind to each other. And this meeting is being recorded and uploaded to YouTube. All right, moving on. So we do welcome new contributors with open arms. If you are a new contributor, if you would like to come off mute and introduce yourself, feel free to do so.
Hi, I'm Susan Sika. I'm here to lurk and learn and hopefully be able to help with proofreading some stuff.
Nice. Welcome, Susan. We also we welcome anyone to review pull requests as well, and we have a page on Kubernetes.io about reviewing pull requests. But anyone can review. You don't have to be an org member. You can always give an informal review. Comments are always welcome. Anyone else who's new or hasn't been on a while would like to introduce himself?
I can go. I'm not sure if I introduced myself in SIG Docs this cycle yet, but I'm Rashan and I'm a Docs shadow this cycle.
Nice. Welcome, Rashan.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Moving on to updates and reminders. We have PR wranglers or pull request wranglers. PR wranglers are approvers, and we take turns on a weekly rotation, and we review pull requests. So this week's PR wrangler is Xander. Next week's PR wrangler is Kat, and the following week's PR wrangler is Natalie. So there's a link to the PR wrangler shift on the agenda, as you see here. And we also welcome PR Wrangler Shadows as well. So if you're interested in learning how we review PRs, you're welcome to sign up and just reach out to myself or Divya or Natalie to be put on the schedule. And every PR Wrangler does a mentor is a little differently. I like to have a Zoom meeting on Monday, and then to review on how I review PRs. We go through examples, and we communicate async on Slack throughout the week. All right. We also have an issue wrangler as well. Issue wrangler, someone who triages issues for the Kubernetes/website repository. Nate is this week's issue wrangler. I see Nate on the call. And next week's issue wrangler is Sioko-san. Second last update is that if you want to have the calendar invite and edit access to this agenda, there's a Google group that you could join, and there's a link on the agenda to the SIG Docs Google group. Lastly, if you notice any code of conduct violations on meetings and GitHub comments or Slack, please reach out to the Kubernetes Code of Conduct Committee, and you could do so anonymously via emails with conduct@kubernetes.io. And moving on to agenda, we have the 134 release cycle ongoing, and I welcome anyone from the Docs team to give an update.
I guess that can be me.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, so I guess at this point, I'm not sure if our status is there, but yes, we at this point our status is yellow, so We had Alpha 3 approved. I believe the next few days we'll have our branch sync PR created as well. And we also did another round of reminders to the CAP owners to have their PRs ready for review by July 29th. I think those are the main things from our team. And then beta, I guess the next release notes PR would be beta 0. So hopefully we'll get that done sometime later this week as well.
I did see the Branch Inc. PR merge already. So and this I just copied from the release team agenda earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do. So we have the doc deadline being July 29, and the docs freeze. I think it's supposed to be docs freeze August 6th, and release date's August 27th. So I know there's other important dates related to SIG docs. I didn't get to the comms related dates when I was filling this out. But all right, thank you, Rashawn. Any questions or comments for Rashawn?
One other thing I could add, because this is from last week, we did have an in-depth discussion. Hopefully we can bring it up in the retro, but there was a lot of questions around the CREL tool. So hopefully maybe we can save some space to talk about that and maybe how the process works as it relates to the PRs and the release cycle as well.
Patsy, you have your hand up.
Yep, that is definitely one for the retro. So if that's not already in the retro doc, go ahead and add it. But there have always kind of like been issues with CREL that we've been trying to work around. But unfortunately, it requires some engineering work that we don't yet have the people for. So that is an ongoing problem. But yeah, definitely put it in the retro doc and we'll talk about it.
Okay, will do.
Any other comments or questions? All right, anyone from the comms 134 release team to provide an updates?
Yes. Hi everyone. This is Aus. I can give the status for comms.
Yeah.
So for feature blogs, we are past the opt-in deadline. And we are tracking 19 opt-in feature blogs. Right now, we will wait code and docs freeze to continue with those reviews and writing body pairing once we know the final list of feature blogs. Then for release highlights, the discussion is open. We got highlights from 2.6. The deadline is next week, and we are doing a second round of reach outs. Many of the SIGs also answered over Slack with no highlights. So I will update that discussion or share offline the list of SIGs with no highlights so we can check again with them before the deadline. But the most important one is the mid-cycle blog. The pull request is open. We already got some comments and started addressing them. We are aiming to publish this next Monday, July 28th. So please take a look, let us know what you think, and let me know if this is enough time to review, because it is next week. So that could determine if our status goes to yellow. I think that's all.
Thank you. I'll bring up the blog PR on the SIGDocs blog Slack channel. I'm surprised the DRA going to GA isn't a release highlight or hasn't been opted in yet. That's the one I would kind of consider that a major release highlights, but of course it's up to the SIG that owns that cup.
I don't know if it is track for code freeze yet.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Maybe that's the reason.
Thank you, Augustina. Any other comments or questions for the comms team? All right. Let's move on to issues and PRs. Looks like there's no issue or PR listed here. So move on to questions or discussion topics. And I believe this is from Nate's.
Hello. A couple of things. First up, we've got the CNCF LFX 2025 Term 3 mentorship program. So with the CNCF mentorship program, it's always very sort of project driven. We reach out to projects and say, hey, do you have any work that you think that you'd like done that could be done by somebody, let's say a third or fourth year university student or a junior developer or someone like that who could do some work over 12 weeks with some coaching. And I'm always trying to get non-code contributions involved. And so I thought I would reach out to the SIG Docs team here. The mentorship is paid for mentees. It's a full-time program, so we're looking between 32 and 40 hours a week if you're looking to scope a project, but there's an opportunity to have some work done and to get somebody paid and maybe add somebody new to the community.
How about even though it's coming from SIG Docs, but it would be a code, more of a, this is for the release or the, I'm sorry, the reference API generation for
That's what I was gonna
tool.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need help with that. We just don't have the resources to do it ourselves. So
Yeah, that could be a really good, yeah, absolutely. So the process is open up a PR where, at that link there. We do require at least 2 mentors per project, and so I would recommend not to volunteer some of the SIGDocs leadership here, but somebody from the leadership should co-sign on this. And potentially one of the developers who knows how the API reference generation tool works, because they're going to need to be sort of involved potentially. So that might be a good couple of folks to ping.
hey, Nate, don't you know how the API reference docs generator works? Because there's only like 3 people who do.
Yeah, I think it's myself, Chi Ming, and I think who else is there? There's one other person, I don't remember the
One
name.
other person who hasn't been involved in the project in years.
Yeah.
You may get voluntold.
I'd be happy to help out, but I can't be the primary. I just unfortunately
Okay.
in this cycle, I don't have time to be the primary. But again, I am willing to put a couple of hours a week against this. Yeah. So let's if we're interested, let's pull something together. We've got a week here, so yeah. So so that's that. Cool. I think that's a great idea.
I'm definitely interested. I'll bring up to other tech leads and chairs as well.
Absolutely. There's a bunch of stuff I think that could be done. And you don't, and there's no limit to the number of projects that a project suggests. I need some better terminology here. But so if you have a couple of programs that you want to suggest, feel free. There is actually a limit. I shouldn't say there's no limit, but I don't think we'll hit it. Yeah, so there's a bunch of information at that link there. Feel free, and again, reach out to me if you've got any questions. I'd be happy to help write up proposals and such if we need. Then the other thing I've got on this list here is just an update. This is a fait accompli. I've already done it. So if I went the wrong route, then we can fix it. But the etcd website maintainers lost access to Netlify a couple of weeks ago, and so I think that had to do with shifting ownership from the etcd project team to the Kubernetes docs team. And so what I've gone and done, we have in the Kubernetes docs Netlify a etcd.io project, which is great because that means I was able to add the folks on the list here linked to that etcd project as developers. So they're not owners, they're set as developers. It's only the people that are listed on that list as developers, or rather as sort of etcd IO maintainers. So it was important that they get access because without it, they weren't able to see things like build logs and stuff like that. So that has happened. If we want to change the process or change who is on there, that's a discussion we can have. But this is where things stand at the moment.
Yeah, we're actually discussing process on like how to we get requests for Netlify as well. So
Yeah.
like I've been try to join the meeting for SIG Kits Infra last week, but they canceled the meeting. I am working with some folks in Kits Infra. And we'll work with Contribex as well since they all still in Kubernetes.dev. So ideally SIGDocs will still be the owner of Netlify, but we just need to develop a process and how sub projects ask for Netlify projects. That was a request we had a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And just formalize it.
Yep. And in the meantime, like I said, I've already sort of done it because they needed the access. So, but we can definitely make updates. And the other thing actually that sort of made me think is we might want to reach out to, because etcd has a SIG. They don't really have a SIG docs per se, but they do have like right now we're running a mentorship cohort with a couple of writers and developers who are looking to be more active in the etcd website and documentation. We might want to reach out to the etcd project, sub-project as SIG docs and provide some of the leverage that we have in terms of, I think we are one of the few projects who on a bi-weekly basis can get more than like a person or two people on a call. We might be able to sort of redirect some of our community wealth to share with the etcd folks. Yeah, there is active work going on with SIG, with the etcd docs, especially with the 3.6 release having come out not too long ago.
All right, cool deal. Any comments or questions for Nate on the LFX mentorship or the etcd docs? All right. I'll follow up with the tech leads and chairs about the LFX on the reference docs generation tool after this call. I think that's it for our agenda. Does anyone else want to bring up any topics they want to discuss? All right. Well, thank you for everyone who is watching this recording or attending this meeting. I'm going to stop recording right now.